my God. Oh,
Munti ka na.
I think it clipped
Munti
me
ka na,
right there
munti
in
ka
the back.
Munti ka na.
Oh, my back.
Okay ka lang? Okay ka lang?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Di naman tayo sinabihan.
Yeah.
May babagsak pala doon.
I know we've been seeing that all throughout the broadcast, but I wasn't ready for it. I think the W got me.
Oo nga eh.
How ironic.
Masyado yata tayong napa-analyze doon sa previous
Okay.
map natin. Alright, so heading into this game number 5.
What's your command?
It's going to be Falcons dun sa may red side, and it's ONIC on the blue side. At what they usually, first pick is the Paquito, but they themselves will ban this out. There is a chance na Zushin first pick for ONIC.
I think they'd go for it.
I think
If it's available, just
Dito
do
na eh.
it. Because so far, it seems like rotational-wise, we're not even talking about picks. We're just talking about how it's played.
Yeah.
Ogo and Kyle and Haji look like they're having so much difficulty going up against the Juicing of Super Friends.
That's right. So the 2 times na napunta sa blue side ng ONIC Philippines, what ended up happening is they pick up the Paquito. That's right. And
Yeah.
sila yung nagbaban ng Zushin themselves. Third ban nila yung Zushin na yun. Then sa games 2 and 4, and sa ngayon, ang kanilang option is to go for that Paquito. So, this should be the Zushin first pick para sa ONIC Philippines.
Makes so much sense for them, of course.
Do you go back doon sa Suyu Claude if you're Falcons or Suyu Harith?
I think for Falcons, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Claude here.
Claude, all right. Claude
Yeah.
Valen.
Yeah, they were able to make it work. And plus, I think now I'm more in the mindset of I don't want to give Savero the Claude.
Yeah, for sure. So, ang hula ko dito para sa Falcons ay Claude plus the Valentina. Pero meron ding option na may linya din na Claude and Suyu. But
Ooh.
instead, it's Claude and Eve.
I think, okay, so I think they're realizing some of the early errors or punishes that ONIC has been doing maybe could be answered by the Eve, as we said earlier, with the Kufra. Once Eve hit level 4, and then once Falcons started rotating together, a lot of the ultimates of the Eve actually helped out Ogwen, helped out Kyle even when he would go in for his later entry.
So, ang nagiging configuration dito para sa ONIC is kung ano sila ng juggler nila, either Harley or Leomort or Suyu. I'm feeling hierarchy-wise, Harley tapos Suyu and then Leomort.
Yeah.
Tapos ang combo nila doon is typically the Khalid. There is the merit to get the Katonkacha or the Kalea, and indeed it will be the Kalea. Tapos Leomort ang kanilang pinili dito para sa ONIC Philippines. In the presence of Suyu and Harley, parang eto na, dito natin matutuldokan. Leomort ang priority ng ONIC Philippines.
Yeah, and every time we've seen ONIC run this kind of composition during the regular season, it's a lineup built to take control of things early. Once Brusco hits level 4, imagine 4 members of ONIC just sticking together, looking for picks in the river, getting out, handling the macro at the same time. Yes, I know that sounds like it's a lot, but they make it work.
So does this mean Suyo para sa Falcons ngayon, or will they go back to the
Should be.
Fredrin?
Oh, actually, yeah. Fredrin is something they might want to consider here because the Suyo is highly punishable here. I think the extra body on Fred will work as long as Ogwen and Flaps heroes can also hold the front line.
Yeah. So they go for the Suyo. Nandito na tayo sa point na tapatan na ng damage versus damage from the juggler's position. And interestingly, Falcons can now choose to limit yung mga heroes dito ni Savero. So Moskov and Harith potentially bans para dito sa Falcons.
Let them play the hero.
They got the usual.
I will
Oh, well, yeah. Or with what Kirk did to them earlier on that hero, it's a warranted ban.
Oh, so far, parang ito yata yung game na masasabi kong in command totally ang Falcons. They don't have to be crafty with Esmeralda kasi wala namang Paquito na available para sa ONIC.
Yeah.
Although pinigay nila yung Zushin ng ONIC dito, parang prepared sila, especially with the Fusong ban. It kind of tells me that they have a different approach. ONIC will ban the Atlas. Good ban overall. Siyempre, mahihirapan naman yung Zushin at Kalea mamaya kung sakaling Atlas yung mapili dito na Falcons.
I think one of the biggest trades here now is whether one of these two will ban out the Alice, Uranus, just so... Oh, wait, no. ONIC doesn't have any room anymore to ban out either, because if ever the Alice ends up for Falcons, then you'd want to just put Kirk on the Uranus there, which would be a good thing in the long run for what Falcons wants to be able to achieve with their lineup.
There's the Katon-Kacha ban. Tingin ko pwede yung ONIC na kumuha ng Sora plus the Sora and Moskov kung sakali. But siguro yung medyo delikado na is kapag may Valentina pang available na pwedeng piliin ng Falcons as their last pick at their XP lane. So, that yung Sora pick ni coming out from ONIC, tingin ko mangyari lang pag napili na itong Alice. So now, you do have that go signal para sa ONIC Philippines sa kumuha ng Sora in combination of the Moskov here.
Yeah, it will be a good dive, and it'll force Falcons to just end up picking up something like the high loss, bring down a glorious pathway, either as a means to stop or a means to escape, and then that extra stun is going to help out. Oh, but they go for the Lapu-Lapu instead. Interesting. I mean, technically they do some of the same things.
Yeah.
Ground control, good damage.
At pang dive na rin dito sa may Eve.
Yeah.
Pero alam mo, yung Sora plus yung Lapu-Lapu, it also allows for the Moskov pick for Savero kung sakali. I just wish that it will be yung mga ganitong klaseng hero. Instead, they will go the carry route. Carry Kalea combo.
Yeah.
No Gatot Kacha. Ano pa ba yung mga save dito para sa Falcons?
High loss.
High loss is there. Matutunan ka lang ng...
Yeah, and I think that's why they pick it. I wonder if they're crazy enough to try pick off here. Maybe something like a Cho or a Kaja.
Kufra ulit?
Kufra again?
Kufra ulit? Pwede naman?
Maybe.
Beleric for the vengeance. But I think the safest is high loss. Tapos, yung Cho, potentially pwede rin naman dito sa side of Falcons.
What if they bring out the Beleric here? We mentioned Beleric earlier.
Yes. Parang pwede. That the taunt works, vengeance works, revitalize works. But the Cho is the safest option. They will go for the glue. And I think this is the time that I would say Falcons really did have a better draft. Napakasolido ng glue. Although may chance na matunaw siya eventually, pero hindi ganun ka-worth it kung ang bubuhusan ng skill ng isang carry is the roamer.
All right. So for me, with everything that we've seen so far, even in the regular season with how Ogwen uses this glue, it really depends on how they handle the trades in the center, especially against Super Friends, the Kalea, the Juicin. Because Ogwen has had that tendency to get picked off first.
Wow. As much as I want to see more games, pero parang nakuha na ng Falcons yung tamang timpla. Picking up the second phase pick. Red side yung kanilang pinili. Sabay, ito yung heroes nila. They have a really good draft here in game number 5.
Whoever wins this goes into match points and one arena. Magingay!
Nauna na ang ONIC. Sumagot ang Team Falcons. Sumagot muli ang ONIC at sumagot muli ang Falcons. Sino kaya ang makakakuha ng match point dito sa game number 5? Sagutan sa dalawang teams pero isa lang ang makakalamang.
All hero for hero, bar for bar. Team Falcons, as mentioned by our on-ground panel kanina, ay parang nahanap na daw yata nila yung tamang timpla. But for ONIC Philippines, these are heroes that are very familiar at komportable talaga silang gamitin. So it just really depends on how they will execute in this game.
Textbook-wise, we can say na maganda nga ang lamang ng Team Falcons when it comes to the draft. Dahil dun sa glue pick, dun sa very last pick ng Team Falcons, it would provide a lot of space doon sa mga pang-team fight, which is itong si Haji and even itong si Flap. Magkakaroon sila ng vision kung sino ba yung magandang target. And for ONIC naman, you've mentioned it, comfortability. We're talking about Princess Jushin. Na for the longest time, ito siya siguro yung pinaka nakakatakot na mag-Jushin sa buong MPL.
There was a time na siya talaga yung naging blueprint kung paano nga ba mag-Zushin. Nung medyo bago-bago pa yung hero na ito. And now, worldwide, si Zushin ay isa sa mga most played na mages. And now, looking at how ONIC Philippines is playing around this Zushin pick, ay mukhang nilalaro nila ito with very aggressive positioning around this mid lane, around this Lethal Wanderer, bago magsimula itong first turtle fight 25 seconds from now.
Yeah, this is just, you know, both teams na talagang nagiging kalmado. Same could be said doon sa game number 4 na nangyari kanina lamang. So I'm just expecting that both teams are gonna be looking to secure yung kanilang mga ultimates bago talaga sila makipagsagupaan. There's 10 seconds bago lumabas ang unang pagong and everybody's gonna be transitioning to that major objective.
At mukhang mauuna mag-level 4 dito si Kirk. Kaya naman may expect natin sa ONIC Philippines na sila ang unang makakapwesto around this turtle. Pero lalaban nata ang Team Falcons.
Medyo nakahiwalay itong si Haji. Si Ogwen lang ang nakabalibot sa kanilang lahat. Si Kyle at si Kirk ang makakita ang isa't isa. It's gonna be King Kong using that Phantom Steed again. At mukhang magpupulasan na naman ng iba. A Throne of Ruins gonna be utilized but to no avail. It's still King Kong na malinis na makakakuha ng pinakaunang pagong palitan ng skills. It's still ONIC taking it.
Napakaliit na differential. Just because nauna si Kirk mag-level 4, yun na yung naging lamang ng ONIC Philippines. With that aggression from that Lapu-Lapu, nagkaroon ng boundaries kung saan lang pwedeng pumunta ng Team Falcons. And if ever na mag-cross sila ng boundary, it's go time for ONIC Philippines to punish every single member of Team Falcons. Dahil din sa damage output and again, Super Friends at the middle of everything.
At doon talaga natin makikita yung importance ng level 4 sa XP lane. Papalag dapat si Super Marco pero parang hindi na pinalagan yung Savero doon. Pero may palagan pala dito sa mid lane si Ogwen. Ang first blood. Katulad nung sinabi ng mga panelists natin kanina.
Biglaang nagkaroon ng bawi ang ONIC after taking that first turtle. I think they're regarding to the point na si Kyle ay palaging inaalalayan pagdating dun sa pag-secure ng objective. So it's easier for ONIC to find their targets.
Parang automatic na merong Kyle sa likod ng isang Ogwen. So alam nila, okay sige, bigyan na lang natin yung frontline and they have the means to do it. I mean, the Kalea, ito talaga yung laro ng isang Kalea. And ito yung hinahanap natin kanina from Team Falcons.
That's true.
Yung mag-i-initiate, yung mauuna, yung kukuha agad ng target at yun yung ginagawa ng ONIC.
And tried and tested na rin yung itong combo na to, yung Kalea and Carry na para bang Kaja Carry pero mas pinaganda dahil mas maraming nagagawa ang isang Kalea sa loob ng ating meta. And looking at the objectives so far, first blood and first turtle, lahat ng yan ay napunta sa kamay ng ONIC Philippines at naghahanap pa rin ng bawi ang Team Falcons dito. Ang tanong ay paano nga ba sila babawi? Joshi, anong power spike ng tinitignan natin for Team Falcons?
Kailangan nang masecure ni Kyle ang kanyang Hunter Strike or even mag-Sky Piercer siya kung gustuhin man niya. But at this point, wala na sa options yun kasi nahirapan na siyang mag-snowball to begin with. And also, kailangan din makapag-build up. Yes, glowing wand coming in from Haji. This is the best priority item para sa mage ng Team Falcons, knowing na nahihirapan silang lumaban kapag sustained na yung team fight.
Nakapasok na itong si Flap, si Ogwen, nilalabas na rin ang kanyang mga anak. Mukhang may papatungan siya habang nagsusone out. Ang iba naman sa mga members dito ng Team Falcons. Flicker para kay Flap, engage
Haji
para kay
gets
Kirk.
it.
Pero si Haji makakuha ng pagong. Kapalit naman nun na yung buhay ni Flap at ni Ogwen. RWM at bibitawan kasama na rin ang Blazing Duet. Pero to no avail, hindi nila makakuha ng kill. So it's ONIC taking much of it. But Team Falcons finally getting a major objective.
I mean, it's a clutch steal mula dito kay Haji. Kung hindi nanakaw ni Haji yung turtle na yon, that would have been a major victory para sa ONIC Philippines. Pero dahil nga nanakaw, hindi ganun kalaki ang magiging gold lead na hawak ng ONIC Philippines. Just a 1K deficit para dito sa Team Falcons. At silipin natin ang ating Infinix in-game equipment.
Dahil sa nangyari na yun na makasecure, teka lang, okay, Kyle survives. And because of that, nakakuha kahit papano ng ilang mga recipe ang Team Falcons onto their core items. But for ONIC Philippines, pinapanghawakan lang nila na kaya naman nilang i-survive yung gagawin ni Ogwen and even ni Haji. Kasi kung tutuusin, kailangan kumonekta ng full combo ni Ogwen para makontain niya yung mga targets doon sa loob ng RWM ni Haji.
And so far, parang dumidikit pa rin talaga ang ONIC Philippines sa gumaganang estratehiya para sa kanila. Nabigyan lang ng paulit-ulit ito si Ogwen katulad sa ginawa nila in games 1 and 3.
Kanina pa siya nagiging target And kapag sumampa man siya, ilalayo lang ni Kirk. And kaya namang dumash talaga ng Lapu-Lapu. I mean, pag nag-ulti yan, ang layo ng nararating.
And you just got to appreciate yung ikot na ginagawa dito ng ONIC Philippines. Pagkatapos sila dun sa baba, they've slowly carved their way upstairs while Team Falcons was looking for a way to engage. Nakikita natin yung presensya ni Ogwen every now and then, pero tila ba wala siyang magawa because aside from flickers that are still available from the side of ONIC Philippines, marami din sila na doon nakapwesto and it's a sure way to take a turret para sa Super Family.
At paparating na rin ang panghuling pagong ng laro na ito. ONIC Philippines ang may hawak ng 2,000 kalamangan at isang buong item ata ang magiging kalamangan nila in terms of the mid lane. Well, elegant gem lang naman, hindi naman na ipapalakihan at sisimulan na rin ng Falcons ang pagong na ito. Ang huling pagong ay nanakaw ni Haji pero ang ONIC Philippines ay naghahanap pa rin ng paraan na makuha ang huling pagong na ito.
Parehas na junglers ay meron ng kanilang mga buffs. Tila nalilito ang pagong sa kung kanino ba siya lilingon. Flap is gonna be touching that major objective pero magre-reset lang yan ng paulit-ulit. Oh, yung 5v5 at bigla ang magkakaroon ng atake si Brusco pero wala siya mahahatak. A-Throne of Ruin mula kay Flap ay walang tatamaan pero si Kyle mabubuhay pa. It's gonna be another attack mula sa rest of the members of Team Falcons pero 1-for-1 ang magiging palitan. Now it's gonna be Kyle engaging once again. Savero's gonna be dashing out. Ogwen left to 15% of his HP pero Team Falcons gets another turtle.
1-for-1 trade at sa Falcons mapupunta. Joshi, sobrang clutch yung ginawa ni Haji doon.
RWM to that Tsunami Slam. Wala siyang Purify, yes, but he made or he used that RWM for that CC immunity para hindi siya yung mahuli. And then, naipit na sa loob ng RWM ang ONIC Philippines. Yes, na-punish nila si Flap. Pero may counter-trade naman ng Team Falcons. They got the turtle and alam nilang kaya na nilang pumalag ngayon. Slowly but surely, hindi na nagmamatter yung sustain ng Surge of Life mula kay Brusco.
At kung sinilip natin ating Infinix in-game equipment, parehas ng may 2 items ang gold laner natin. Napaka-importante ng Swift Trinity para kay Super Marco at pati na rin dito kay Savero. At ang pinakamalaking diferensya dito ay si Savero ay nagtungo doon sa corrosion muna plus the golden staff. Meanwhile, for this Claude ay nag-DHS siya muna bago yung golden staff. Ano ba yung diferensya ng naging routes ng dalawang gold laners natin?
Para sa carry, para maging efficient, kailangan niya ng maximum attack speed para ma-proc agad yung kanyang passive. And even yung golden staff na instead of 5 attacks, nagiging 3 attacks na lang para pumutok yung true damage. And para naman kay Super Marco, kaya niya inuna yung DHS kasi mas gusto mo yung value ng percent health damage plus yung AoE effect ay nadadamay doon sa DHS. So that is the pathing for those gold laners. Separate ways man, pero doon pa rin pupunta sa punto na kailangan nilang makakuha ng magandang posisyon eh.
Oo, and yung positioning dito ay napaka-importante talaga dahil ang daming gustong pumasok, ang daming gusto kang pitasin. And in terms of battle spells, sa paparating nating unang Lord, ay hawak pa naman ni Savero ang kanyang flicker by that time. The same could be said para dito kay Super Marco na may hawak na Purify. Pero in terms of pwestuhan, ay malakakalamang ang ONIC Philippines dahil si Ogwin lamang makakapasok pero bibitawan din pala ng ONIC Philippines ang pwesto around that Lord.
Omi, kanina mo pa sinasabi, humihiling ka ng lagpas 14 na minuto na laban. I think we're going that route depending on the team fight na makikita natin dahil sa pinakaunang major objective, nakapwesto si Brusco at si Prince. Humaharap na rin si Flap at Ogwen. It's still ONIC Philippines na magkakalma muna hanggang sa makita nila si Kyle sa taas.
Nag-set up ng slow push etong si Kyle doon sa top lane. Could be a ghost signal for ONIC Philippines to start that Lord, pero good job from Ogwen na i-delay ng i-delay at mag-provide ng threat na pwede namang lumaban ang Team Falcons. Now, magpapakita si Savero sa top lane. This is go time for Team Falcons.
Ang tanong ay ipo-burst ba nila ito? Mukhang si Super Marco ay wala din sa pwesto. Zone lamang ni Flap si Super Fritz at Kirk pero siya pa ata madadali. Half HP onto Flap at si Ogwin pa rin ang may hawak ng Pixel Brush. Na mayroon ding flicker dito si Brusco. Kailangan nating abangan kung sino nga ba ang mauuna na mag-pull ng trigger. Sorry, flicker? Hindi, nag-ano lang naman, tumalon lang naman si Brusco.
But both teams are gonna have to make a choice. Magsa-slow push ba sila sa taas o i-blitz ba nila ang Lord na nakikita natin sa ngayon? Simpleng pana lang mula kay Kyle ay magiging sapat na para kahit papano ay makapag-push yung mga minions sa taas para sa Team Falcons. Napakabagal, napakapasensyoso ng dalawa nating mga kupunan with only 100 or maybe pero naman yung pag-atake nila dahil yung Crimson Beacon ay nagamit kaagad. Here's gonna be the Blazing Duet as well at nawawala si Brusco. Dalawa ang patay sa ONIC. Falcons are now in control. They're looking to go for it again. Simpleng mga sibat mula dito kay Kirk pero mapupunta sa green and white ang major objective.
In a split-second decision mula dito kay Master Ogwen na biglain si Super Prince. Hindi na naka-Crimson Beacon, hindi na naka-Flicker at dahil dyan ang pinakaunang Lord ay mapupunta sa kamay ng Team Falcons.
Sumabay pa ng pasok si Flap doon. Perfectly timed. Alam ng Team Falcons na kahit bumagal at tumagal ng tumagal yung Lord Dance na yon, nasa sa kanila yung bola, nasa kanila yung desisyon, nasa kanila yung luxury kung bibiglain ba nila ang ONIC Philippines. And now that they have the Lord down top lane, pwedeng mabasag lahat ng outer turrets ng ONIC Philippines. Pwede rin naman mag-focus ng Team Falcons sa iisang lane.
At ang maganda naman para sa ONIC Philippines ay meron silang access sa isang carry na pwedeng tunawin ang Lord na ito. Very risky maneuver coming in from Super Marco pero may Purify pa naman siya. So kung sakaling nadali ay makakatakas, may Lord pa nagmamarcha doon sa may bandang itaas. At tama yung sinabi mo doon, Joshi, mukhang makakalbo ang mga outer tier turrets dito ng ONIC Philippines dahil medyo mahirap kung hindi ito papalalimin ng Super Fam.
Dinedelay din ng Team Falcons yung pag-atake nitong Lord para mawala yung energy shields in under 2 seconds. At dahil dyan, nawala na ng biglaan. Si Ogwen na naman ang haharap. Hinihintay ko din na ilabas niya yung kanyang mga anak, aka the Patrick Let's na makikita natin maya-maya. Pero bumagka na yung Panginoon. RWM ay bibitawan na naman. It's gonna be another Throne of Ruin na bibitawan ito.
itong si Flap. Pag-atake ang gagawin, si King Kong, Phantom Steed, and that's gonna be more than enough. Pero si Flap ay nabalik. Nagsustain pa rin naman siya. Pero si Flap ang mawawala, and the rest of the members are gonna be here against si Kirk. An XP later, maybe for another. That's gonna be a kill. Ngayon ay lalaban na naman ng dalawa sa mga teams. Free hit para kay Savero. Si Bruce ko magbabakawin. Nakapag-flicker na rin si Ogwen. At siya pa yata ang malalagutan ng hininga. Pero hindi pa hayaan yan ng ONIC Philippines. Inhibitor man ang nawala. Dalawa naman ang kanilang nakitil. Nag-overheat ata ng Slight ang Team Falcons doon. Lumaban ng matagal doon sa may top lane na nakapagdalawang Phantom Steed si King Kong.
Them disrespecting what ONIC can do doon sa mismong base. Remember na kapag yung laban ay malapit sa base ng ONIC Philippines, sila yung may advantage dahil pwede silang mag-in out every single time. And also, nandun din yung kakayahan nila na mag-chase down kung sakasakali. The moment na naipit si Flap, the moment na binuwat sila pa ulit-ulit ni Super Friends, it is the sign for ONIC Philippines na kaya naman nilang lumaban pa unti-unti, slowly but surely, cutting off that lead from Team Falcons. But we do not remove the fact na lamang pa rin sa control sa mapa, lamang sa gold ang Falcons at lamang sila sa estado ng laro.
Oo, tsaka makikita natin, no, talagang sinubukan dito ni Kirk na makabagbay ng time. At muntikan pa nga si Savero dito, missing out on that flicker play ni Ogwen. Means na makukuha ang kanyang buhay ni King Kong. At mukhang magta-transition na agad tayo sa susunod na malaking objective, which is the second Lord of this game. Okay naman ang pwesto para sa ONIC Philippines dito dahil walang inhibitor turret yung malapit na lane doon sa Lord na ito.
Makikita din natin yung kalamangan when it comes to items. Lamang pa rin si Super Marco ng at least 800 para doon sa kanyang Fury Hammer dahil going same ways. Yung dalawang gold laners going for that Malefic Gun on their very last item, and now for this Lord fight. Slow push, check para sa Falcons doon sa bottom lane.
Andoon yung mga minions para makatulong ng bahagya in terms of macro. Basag na rin ang mga inhibitor para malinis pa nila yung trabaho. It's gonna be Team Falcons holding on to a 3.1k gold lead. At tila sayawan lang ang ginagawa ng parehas na kupunan dahil iilawan lang ni Super Prince at hahawakan ni King Kong yung Lord.
Papatagalin talaga ito ng Team Falcons knowing na lamang sila doon sa baba. Aantayin nilang may magpakita mula sa ONIC Philippines bago nila biglain itong Lord na ito. Makakadepensa naman ang ONIC doon sa may bandang itaas pero hindi alam ng Team Falcons kung magko-commit pa sa baba o magko-commit sa Lord ang Super Fam. Pero ang oras para sa ONIC Philippines ay limitado na.
Pero ang target nila sa ngayon ay yung gitna para kahit papaano ay mapareact nila yung ilan sa mga miyembro ng Super Family. Hinihintay nila yung nasa baba na napakatabang minion wave pero ang pag-atake ay gagawin. Mag-flicker si Ogwen para makatakas pa. That's already 1 for 1 in terms of ultimates. A blitz is gonna be done para sa kupunan ng Team Falcons. Anong gagawin ni King Kong? Aatake pa rin ang kanilang gagawin pero magbabakaway na lang kasi si Kirk nandun na sa baba. At ang Team Falcons playing with their minds para makuha ang objective na to.
Every objective is a ticking time bomb for ONIC Philippines. May kakayahan ng Team Falcons na i-set up lahat ng macro, bigyan lahat ng check sa checklist, and they got that requirement. Slow po sa bottom lane. The moment someone shows off, nagkaroon na ng time ng Team Falcons, and the moment na nagmadali yung ONIC kasi kailangan nila and hindi sila naging successful on to taking Ogwen, yun na yung go time for Team Falcons na atin na tong Lord na to. Now marching down top lane, kailangan mag-ingat ng ONIC.
Naging tama naman yung desisyon ng ONIC Philippines doon na pitasin na kung sino yung nasa harap. Sadyang hindi lamang naging sapat yung damage ni Savero. And as you said, kailangan na nga mag-ingat dito ng ONIC Philippines dahil potentially pwedeng matapos ang larong ito kung hindi sila makakadepensa. Conceal play mula sa Falcons. Ogwen looking for the play. Walang flicker ang glue kaya naman hindi sila pwedeng pumasok ng basta-basta.
Hinahayaan lang nila na basta makuha yung mga waves sa bandang ibaba. It's also gonna be the Lord na hindi nila mayu-utilize to the fullest of its potential. Pero ang pakiramdam ko, hinihintay nila yung pangalawang bugso ng mga minion waves na paparating. Si Ogwen na naman ang kanila magiging target. Sasama na naman si Super Marco na makakapag-BMI lamang. RWM ay binitawan na rin. It's gonna be A-OK para sa ONIC. In spite of them losing one inhibitor, they're still holding on to this game.
At chip damage lang ang nangyari doon sa may bandang ibaba. Very successful defense para dito sa Super Family. Walang namatay, walang nabigay, at tuloy ang laro para sa ONIC.
Agad din nilang nalaman na yung initiation ng Team Falcons would come from Haji. The moment na ilatag yung real world manipulation, yun na yung time ng Team Falcons para lumaban. But them, knowing that, bigla silang umatras lahat. nakaalis sila dun sa boundaries ng RWM and nakadepensa ng maayos, with them also trying to get Super Marco every time na susubukan niya pumasok with that Blazing Duet, that initial reaction from King Kong, that Phantom Seed, okay na yon. It's looking good for ONIC Philippines. The defense is good, pero hanggang kailan sila didepensa?
And this is still anybody's ball game at this point dahil papasok na tayo sa punto kung saan hindi na rin masyado nagmamatter ang ating gold lead.
Yes.
Sa ngayon, no, nandito pa rin naman, nasa 51-49 pero dagdagan mo pa ng 3,000 yan. Everybody might be on even terms. And looking at our Infinix in-game equipment, makikita natin na ang naghahabulan na lang talaga dito ay ating mga roamers. Medyo malaki ang kalamangan ni Ogwen compared to Brusco in terms of items.
Magiging crucial kung immortality itong pick up ni Ogwen dito sa kanyang 5th item. There goes that immortality. Meron silang added survivability, may added tapang, may added asim ang team Falcons. And right now for this Lord, they are putting off a cross-map play. Nakakita sila ng target. It's gonna be King Kong. No, hindi mo nalalaban ang team Falcons.
Delikado kasi maglaban dito eh. Paparating na yung Evolve Lord. Pakiramdam ko for both teams ay magiging maingat sila sa paggalaw around this map. At kung meron mang bibigla, this most likely will be ONIC Philippines considering na meron na ring flicker si Brusco. Dahil kung lalaroin ulit ito ng ONIC Philippines, katulad ng huling Lord, pwede lang pabagalin ulit ng Team Falcons.
Willing naman silang mag-take ng risks pero kailangan kalkulado. Lumabas na yung Lord at ang nakahawak doon ay si King Kong at si Marco. Umaatake na naman si Flap, kasama na si Brusco pero hindi niya mababato yun. Kasi pagkatapos na naman at nakap ng Lord, ang kanilang gagawin. Nandun naman yung RWM para magbitaw na naman pero major ultimates ang nabitawan. It's gonna be a flicker lost from Brusco. Ang RWM para dito kay Haji. What is gonna be the key para sa dalawang teams na makuha itong Lord?
Aantayin natin kung sino nga ba ang maiinip. Si Super Marco na naman ang hahawak ng Lord na to. Si King Kong naman para sa kabila. Mas may karapatan ng Falcons sa patagalin ng Lord fight na ito. And Super Friends is already zoning out multiple members. Hindi na ata ipapang-reset ni Flap ang Lord na ito.
Pero tingnan mo naman yung targeting na ginagawa nitong si Ogwen. Medyo mapapalalim yata siya ng konti kasi nag-flicker na rin si Super Friends. Habang nangyayari lahat ng yan, baka posibleng targeting sila ng Team Falcons. Pero si Ogwen na lang ang babagsak. Bombing off his immortality. Mabubuhay pa kaya siya? Ando na naman yung ibang mga members na si Flap. Napagamit na naman ng Winter Crown at ando na rin yung Blazing Duet pero wala pa rin namamatay. Sa unan ng Team Falcons! Haji making the real world manipulation para sa kanilang kubonan. Make it a double for the machine. Si Savero ang tatargetin ni Super Marco para mag-flicker pa rin. It's gonna be the rest of them locking forward. Marco, focus sa goal. Match point ang Team Falcons.
The KDA machine fights them all! 5 ang nakulong sa real world manipulation!